Have you ever taken a trade that looked absolutely perfect only to watch it hit your stop loss and then move exactly where you expected? If that keeps happening, the problem isn't your analysis or strategy, it's your timing. Today, I'm going to show you the simple price action framework that I personally use. I call it RFA, which stands for Rejection, Follow-up, and Acceptance. By the end of this video, you will know exactly each stages, why it works, the mistakes most beginners make, and how to use this framework to avoid low quality trades. Before we begin, if you are serious about learning trading the right way through discipline, risk management, and psychology, consider subscribing. Because I upload videos every day to help you become a better trader. Let's start with one question. Why do most beginners actually lose money in trading? And no, it's not because they don't have enough indicators. The biggest mistake every beginner makes is confusing a reaction with a reversal. Imagine price is falling into a support level and touches that level. Immediately, the beginners think the reversal has started, so they buy it. But price drops again, hits their stop loss, and only then it starts moving up. Why? Because one candle doesn't tell you what the market is decided. Markets don't reverse in a single moment. First, they react. Then they show whether the buyers or sellers actually stepping in. And finally, they accept the new direction. That's the whole philosophy behind this setup. First, rejection. Then, follow-up. And finally, acceptance. Now let's talk about the first step in the framework, the rejection. It simply means the price tried to move through an important level but failed. Look at this chart. Buyers pushed price higher, hoping for a breakout. But suddenly, sellers stepped in with enough strength to stop that move. As a result, price got rejected hard and prints a long upper wick. That's rejection. If you entered short right here on this candle, you'd be entering on hope, not evidence. The same thing happened in this chart. Sellers tried to push the market lower, but buyers absorb that selling pressure and drive the price back up. But here is the mistake most beginners make. As soon as they see a rejection candle, they enter immediately. Don't do that. A rejection candle only tells you that one side has defended a specific level once. It doesn't tell you whether they have actually taken control of the market. So in the RFA framework, a rejection is only first piece of evidence. Now comes the most important part of the framework, the follow-up. After the rejection, we need to see whether the market actually continues in that direction. Look at what happened after the rejection here on this chart. A strong bearish candle closed in the same direction of the rejection. That's follow-up. Does that mean sellers are in control? Not yet. A follow-up simply means the market continues moving in the direction of the rejection. If the buyers or sellers really stepped in, they shouldn't just disappear after one candle. They should have continued buying or selling. If they can, then the rejection probably wasn't as strong as it looked. Once we have a rejection and follow-up, we are getting closer. But there is still one final confirmation I wait for before entering a trade, and that's acceptance. This is the confirmation that separates a good-looking setup from a high-probability setup. Acceptance is the market saying, I agree with this move. It is the difference between a fake out and a real shift in control. This is where I actually look for an entry. Because now I am not trading a prediction, I am trading a confirmation. Now let's put all three steps together. Imagine price reaches an important support or resistance level. The first thing I look for is rejection. This tells me someone has defended that level. Next, I wait for follow-up. This tells me the buyers or sellers are actually continuing to push the market. Finally, I wait for the acceptance. This is where the market starts respecting the new direction instead of reversing immediately. Only when I see all three pieces come together, do I start looking for an entry. So why do I think RFA setup is useful for beginners? Not because it's a magic strategy, but because it teaches the right habits from the day one. The first reason is, it teaches the patience. Most beginners feel like they have to catch every move. As a result, they enter trades too early or take trades based on the hope. But RFA teaches you to wait until the market gives you enough evidence before risking your money. The second reason is, it keeps your trading objective. Instead of guessing, will the market go up or down, you simply ask, do I have rejection, follow-up or acceptance? If the answer is yes, you can consider the trade. If not, you have to wait. And finally, it helps you avoid low quality setups. RFA setup acts like a filter. It doesn't guarantee that every trade will be a winner, but it can stop you from taking many trades that never had a strong confirmation in the first place. That's why I like this framework. It is simple, it is logical, and most importantly, it teaches you to react what the market is actually doing and not what you hope it will do. Before you start using this framework, there are a few common mistakes you should avoid at any cost. The first mistake is entering on a rejection candle alone. Just because you see a long wick or a strong rejection candle, it doesn't mean the market is ready to reverse. Rejection is only first clue, not the complete setup. The second mistake is forcing RFA everywhere. Not every support or resistance will always produce a valid RFA setup. If you have to convince yourself that it's an RFA setup, it probably isn't, because the best setups are usually obvious. The third mistake is ignoring the higher time frame. An RFA setup against the higher time frame trend has a low probability than the one that aligns with the overall market direction. Always understand the bigger picture before taking a trade. And finally, expecting RFA to never fail. Let me be very clear. RFA is not a strategy that wins every trade. No strategy does. The goal isn't to eliminate a losing trades, but the goal is to avoid low quality trades and put the probabilities in your favor. This is all about beginner-friendly RFA setup. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe. If you have any question about RFA or want me to cover a specific trading topic, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.